Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to Den DBZ All-Star. I'm DBZ All-Star, or Steve if you prefer. I have with me my latest shipment from BigBadToyStore.com. So I will talk about why I said shipment instead of order, just briefly. I said shipment because BigBadToyStore.com offers you the option to create what's called a pile of loot. So anything that you pre-order, you have the option to just have shipped to you, or you can add it to your pile of loot. Items from there can stay held for 90 days. You do not get charged on your pre-order until the item you've pre-ordered comes in, and you do not get charged tax or shipping until you are ready to ship the items within your pile of loot. So shipping the pile of loot breaks down, at least in the continental US, to a $4 charge, and of course the tax relates to the pricing of the items being shipped. So in the state of Texas, anything that would be, say, $10, I can't think of anything that's on BigBadToyStore.com right now for $10, but say you found a figure for just straight up $10, you would, and that's all you were shipping, you would add $4 for shipping, so that would be $14, but you would also take the tax, so we're talking like 80 to 90 cents, so it would be $14.90 basically to ship a $10 action figure if that's all you were shipping from the pile of loot. With that being explained, I will now open up this box and see what was in my pile of loot as I shipped it. I believe at this point I only have 1 or 2 more items left for pre-order, but I had let the item that was in the pile of loot the longest sit there for almost 2 months, I believe. So we got to get this open, and it's been a while since I've done a Big Bad Toy Store unboxing, so you can see in here that they secure it with bubble sheet. We're going to take these out one by one. The majority of them are Funko Pops, but some pretty stellar Funko Pops. 3 Funko Pops for me, 2 for my lady, and then a special item. Bottom. More bubble sheet. It was wrapped thoroughly around, and you get a Big Bad Toy Store 2025 sticker as well. So we'll hold on to that box for shipping, as I have a toy I sold recently myself that needs to be shipped out. We will start off with the items for my lady, starting off with Funko Pop Games 1077 from Pokemon. This is Slowpoke. For Valentine's Day, I got her, I believe it's a 36-inch long Slowpoke plushie to help her relax on, to help with lumbar support and posture when she's relaxing. So she's a big fan of Slowpoke as a character, and they don't have an axolotl style Pokemon Pop as of yet. So Slowpoke is just as adorable. Have the front of the box. We'll show this off like I do for Entertainment Earth. Side of the box, back of the box, other side of the box, top of the box, bottom of the box. And I've never had any condition issues with Big Bad Toy Store like I have Entertainment Earth, but were there issues, I would contact BigBadToyStore.com like I do Entertainment Earth whenever there's been an issue. Let them know, because there are different levels that you can purchase as far as condition from Big Bad Toy Store. From the collector's level, which you pay a little bit extra for, the mint level, which is, of course, the standard price, and then on occasion they'll have damaged goods or less than mint or near mint, and you can purchase those for lower prices. So, moving on to the next one, we have Pop 108, My Melody 50th Anniversary, Chromie 20th Anniversary, the Specialty Series, Funko Pop, Kuromi with cake. My lady is a fan of Hello Kitty and Sanrio items now, and this Kuromi is the right pastel-y color for her to enjoy. So quality control isn't 100% on this one, but that is not on Big Bad Toy Store. That is clearly on Funko, and it brings up the issues I've talked about before, one of which is quality control. But there's the front, side, the back, the other side, top, bottom. So the box is in great condition. They are not responsible in any way, shape, or form for Funko being Funko. Moving on to the next batch of Pops. These are for me. We have Pop Television 1712. From Power Rangers Dino Thunder, we have the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, which is, of course, Tommy Oliver. They've kind of done this year in celebration of Power Rangers and in celebration of Jason David Frank and Tommy Oliver, these 3 Funko Pops based around his different identities that had yet to be released in Funko Pop form. So this is from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which I believe is the, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, yes, the 12th Power Rangers series / season overall. And this season featured Tommy Oliver returning in a mentor form. He was Dr. Tommy Oliver. He had acquired his PhD between the time he left the Rangers and Power Rangers Turbo, and possibly between the 10th anniversary special Forever Red, set during Wild Force. And yeah, I would say they captured the mold perfectly in his Black Dino Thunder Bronchiosaurus form. So there's the front, side, back, side, top, bottom. And I will say, even though I've slowed down on Pops for quite a while, stuff like this will keep me coming back because I love Power Rangers. And I'm also, while I'm not dissing the Playmates figures that have been released, I think they look beyond stellar. I'm just not interested in starting yet another line. I sold off all my Bandai figures, even the first ones I had from the 90s. I sold off my Legacy collection, and I was getting into the Lightning collection. That got canceled, so I've sold off at this point all my Lightning collection figures. I'm not getting into another line. So Funko Pops are a nice middle ground, and they tend to be less expensive, despite now being $14.99 due to the tariff situation, which is a whole nother thing, and to a certain extent is affecting retailers like Big Bang Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and your local comic book stores to a certain extent, which really sucks. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to continue talking about Tommy Oliver and Power Rangers. So next up, we have Pop Television 1113. This is the Red Turbo Ranger, holding his Turbo Blaster, his sword as well there. And yeah, Tommy Oliver was the Red Turbo Ranger at the start of Power Rangers Turbo. He gained the powers like the other Zeo Rangers in Turbo Power Rangers movie in, I think that was 1997, and that transitioned over to the ongoing television series Power Rangers Turbo. However, close to midway through the season, TJ took over the role. So as much as I love Tommy Oliver as a character, I'm going to say this is TJ, because in my opinion, TJ was the better Turbo Ranger. The first half of Turbo was a little odd. Even though the Rangers had finally graduated high school, they were still getting involved in kind of childish storylines. I get it. You're still a young adult, you're evolving, but I feel like those stories were better suited to TJ, Ashley, Cassie, Carlos, and Justin, rather than Rangers, who were fully formed characters by that point. It made sense for TJ and his group of Rangers to kind of grow, learn, and evolve before the eyes of the audience. So this is TJ, and I feel like he's an underrated Ranger because I also feel, hot take here, that he was the true leader in Power Rangers in space. He was the strategist, whereas Andrews was focused on the overall mission and saving his sister Corone. A worthy mission, but TJ was focused on something more important, which was battling the forces of Dark Spectre, Astronema, DBZALLSTAR, Lord Zed, and all those who would oppose peace in the galaxy. So that's my hot take there. This is TJ. This can be Tommy Oliver because Tommy Oliver was the only one to don the Black Dino Thunder powers. Last but not least for the Funko Pops, this is Tommy Oliver again. We have Pop Television 1714. This is Power Rangers Zeo, the Zeo Ranger 5, red, or on the Funko Pop box, red Zeo Ranger. Would have preferred if they called him Zeo Ranger 5 red, but that's okay. That might be for the hardcore Power Rangers geeks such as myself. And he's in a fighting stance, sword wielded at the ready. I thought Tommy as the red Zeo Ranger was absolutely fantastic. Oh, and front, side, back, side, top, bottom. And even though Zeo does get a lot of love, I feel like, just as with every other season of Power Rangers, it gets overshadowed by Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because that was the first. It created the global phenomenon, and it's still what's being marketed to this day. But Zeo created a lot of evolution for the characters, especially Rocky and Tanya. Rocky, who had been the second Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tyranno Ranger or Red Ranger, and wasn't really given a whole lot of growth opportunity in the second season, a little bit in the third season, but Zeo is where he really came into his own as the blue Zeo Ranger. And that's where I will remember Rocky. I also feel that Tommy went through a lot of growth in his time with the leadership role in Zeo Rangers. He found a lost brother. He was forced with his first real heartbreak. His love was enhanced and given to someone else. He brought back one of the founding members of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers team. He went through a lot of growth and a lot of change, and through that, I believe, is when Jason David Frank started really thinking about leaving the franchise. Of course, he did come back, but I feel like that is the time when he really started cogitating on whether or not to remain with the franchise. So, the pops I got for my lady, they're stellar. The pops I got for myself, the Power Rangers pops, they're also stellar. Happy to have these. They're all in great condition from BigBadToyStore.com. We're going to move on to our last item, because we are actually saving what I believe to be, for my taste, the best for last. Let's see if we can get this open with just that little cut. Yes. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Can we get it open? Yep, there's a little pull tab. For those of you who've seen a previous unboxing for Big Bad Toy Store and recognize this box, you may know where this is going. If not, that is okay. So, booklet. I can't wait to have this. So, this is number 2 of 3 that they've released for the Baby Hippo, I believe they said 1/8 size figure. And this is a stand-in for the beloved sensation that sweeps all the nations to this day, since 2024, Moodang! I have the Rage Moodang. This is the Lay Down Moodang. There is a third Moodang figure. I'm not quite sure what to call that, but I didn't opt in for that. 2 Moodang figures is enough for now, unless they release an official plush that looks close enough to Moodang. I'm gonna leave it be, or a larger Moodang figure, as she has grown since She was born last year, as we all hopefully do. And she's adorable. She looks absolutely fantastic. Moo'in, in my heart, has not shrunk at all. So I'm happy to support any facsimile of Moo'in that catches my eye and needs to be added to my collection. This was one of those. She's so powerful she could probably beat the Zeo powers, even as the Zeo powers are supposed to grow to an infinitesimal amount of strength. But that's what I've got for my latest pile of loot shipment received from BigBadToyStore.com. Great retailer to support. I highly recommend it. They have sales going on all the time. New pre-orders pop up, usually within an hour or two of when they're actually revealed, unless there's a pre-order date in mind from the production company. If you want to watch more unboxings, I've got plenty on my channel. If you want to follow me on other forms of social media, I'm on TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, usually at #1 Animaniac or Animaniac1. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications of all future content. I've got a series running right now called Horror Homies 2025, where every day in October, fingers crossed, I am putting out a video, usually at 12 noon on Saturday and Sunday, Central Standard Time, and every weekday, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So check that out. Comment, subscribe, like, hit that bell for notifications, as I said. Tell me where I can improve in my content, in my capabilities, because even though I've been doing this for nearly 3 years now, I'm always open to growth and evolution. But at the end of the day, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Love the Moo'in, and be well, y'all.